Procrastination, perfectionism, and starting your own business, and what all of that has to do with ducks. Ducks? Yes, ducks, like quack quack ducks. My name is Sylvan J. Rahman. Welcome back to Intentional Wealth. I'm very excited to get to shoot outside and take advantage of some of this gorgeous weather. Today, I wanted to get into procrastination and perfectionism and how people get the two confused and how that actually affects us when we start our own businesses. I also want to talk about what any of that has to do with ducks. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell icon so you're notified every time we release new content. And comment down below what you think ducks has to do with procrastination and perfectionism. Let's talk about procrastinators. Like I've said in one of my earlier videos, procrastinators tend to worry about the process of doing the work. We don't like the process to get the work done. And therefore, we're never really worried about the outcome because the outcome of the work we usually know is going to be good quality or great quality work. But like I said, we're always worried about the outcome and the work to get it done. For me, for instance, I love doing intentional wealth, but I don't like doing the research for the videos. In fact, sometimes I don't like to shoot the videos, and that's more of something I have to work on because I don't like to see myself on screen. And it's weird shooting into a camera lens instead of talking to a person. But that is something I work on. Now, what I don't like about this whole process, if I truly get into it, is just the research. But I still get it done, and I still produce good quality content. Perfectionists, on the other hand, are so worried about the outcome of their work and so self-critical about the process of doing the work to get it right the first time that most of them get so worried that they never even start. Now, for the perfectionists that actually do finally get started on a project, they are never happy with the outcome. And they are always in this self-doubt mode that the outcome or the quality of the work was any good or even good enough to pass muster. Now that you know the difference between a procrastinator and a perfectionist, comment down below which one you are. Are you fearful of the process of the work, or are you fearful of the quality of the work? I know that I am a procrastinator. I know it so well that I actually have a mug in my house in Chicago that says I put the pro in procrastination. And I see it this way. At least I'm a pro at something. So how does being a perfectionist or a procrastinator affect you in starting your business? Well, for procrastinators, they take a really long time in doing something or even getting something started. Perfectionists, on the other hand, usually never get a business off the ground or get anything started because they're always worried about being perfect and getting the perfect product or the perfect content out there. And if you're worried about being perfect, I got news for you. Nothing is ever perfect. I know that there are things that I can continually improve on when I do these videos. And the only way I learn that I can continually improve on these things is to continually put out videos. See, the more videos that I release, the more I realize, oh, I could do that better and that better. And then that makes a better video. But when I make a better video, I also realize, hey, maybe I could do this thing better next time. And it is a cycle. The more you do, the more you learn. The more you learn, the better you do. And the better you do, the more you learn still. Just a cycle. So what can you do to get over being a procrastinator or get over being a perfectionist? For the procrastinators like me, there is one thing I can tell you to do. I want you to think of something that you have to do or that you've been procrastinating on. I want you to go ahead and clear all your distractions and sit down and work on it for 5 minutes. Research has shown that 80% of us will continue to work on it for over 5 minutes. We will get so in tuned or in the groove of working on our project and getting hyper focused on what we need to do that we will usually knock it out much faster than what we thought possible. Now for perfectionists, on the other hand, if you are a perfectionist where perfectionism is touching every part of your life and hindering you from really living a full life, then you might want to seek therapy. On the other hand, if it's not something that is affecting every part of your life and you might be what is considered a light perfectionist, go ahead and start. You can continually retweak up to a certain point. Remember, what you put out there is usually great quality stuff. So being self-critical makes no sense. What does any of this have to do with ducks? Well, since the time we were little, we've been conditioned and told that if we want to do anything, we should have our ducks in a row. And I think most of us have thought that we should have everything in place before we do our business or before we do something in life. Now, I would like to think that this is actually a thought process, that having your ducks in a row doesn't mean that you have everything in place, but have you fully thought it through? Have you fully thought of what type of investments you want to make or what type of business you want to start? Because at the end of the day, you're never going to have your ducks in a row because you will never know all of the ducks. Important thing of starting your business is just that. Start somewhere. For me, it took me a long time to start my business because I was always worried about, what entity should I start it as? See, I read all the articles about entities and I've even read multiple books on different type of entities. At the end of the day, I still didn't know everything. So I finally hired an attorney. And after telling him what my vision was for my business, he told me that it would probably be best to be this entity. And once I did that, I then thought about, what about all the tax liability? And then I realized, you know what, there's way too much in tax stuff on the personal side that I don't understand, that I'm not even going to deal with it on the business stuff. So I hired a tax attorney to tell me about tax stuff. And that's what I have done now. I hire the specialists in my business that I need to get stuff done with. See, one thing you need to realize is you are not going to be the master of your business, or you are not going to master your business in such a way that you're going to know everything about it when you start. In fact, there will be ducks that you need to get in a row that you won't know before you start. And you won't know about those ducks unless you actually do start. So stop waiting to get all your ducks in a row and just go ahead and start, because that is the most important thing. Just start your business. If you like what you've seen here today, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon so you're notified every time we release new content. And like and share the video, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll see you next week. And hopefully you have started a business by then.